Hello, I am Alisa Fernandez, and we're going to be talking today about the impact of a business owner's personal characteristics on their business, okay? So I went ahead and printed out this PowerPoint for y'all to follow. There you go. And I kind of just wanted to start off with a question to you all. So what are some personal characteristics that would make you want to do business or not do business with someone?
Well, one of them would be like a welcoming environment or friendly environment that really helps in wanting to go into the business.
Okay,
Yeah, the same. It's like high quality service, and so if I come first time and I actually like it how they serve me, I'll come back and I'll recommend them to my friends.
So as a counselor and someone who has studied business, and I'm a small business owner myself, I can tell you from my own personal experience the impact that this has had on me doing business with other people. So they're personal characteristics, and they can be positive characteristics or negative characteristics. But they can and do often impact their business in one way or another. And it can be positively or negatively impacted as well. So it can affect a business's success or failure, but there can also be differing opinions regarding what is seen as positive or negative personal characteristics. So what you might think is positive, I might see as negative. Okay, so business owners would benefit from understanding how these can impact their business negatively. So like negative characteristics is what I'm going to talk about next. So according to Clay Clark, he's the founder and business growth consultant for Thrive 15, there are several business traits that business owners have who fail, and these can include making excuses, blaming others or outside forces, being lazy, one's ego, being unorganized, not handling confrontation effectively, or providing a terrible service or product, like you all mentioned, or bad marketing. So all of those things can be seen as negative personal characteristics that might affect somebody's business. Okay. So another example is, for example, if people have negative experiences with employees at a business, this can be indicative of a business owner's acceptance of this and or a reflection of their own behaviors. So business owners with negative personal characteristics may be more likely to have their business fail than those with positive personal characteristics. But this is not always the case. I mean, there are obviously, these are not the only factors that contribute to the failure or success of a business, right? There could be other reasons. So according to Richard Filoni, in an article entitled 15 Traits of Entrepreneurs Who Fail, some business owners may indeed possess positive qualities as well as negative ones. However, even if one has, for example, great passion for their business, a few bad habits can impact their promising business negatively. So some may have some positive traits, but their really bad habits might, still affect their business negatively. So sometimes business owners learn from their negative experiences and are able to turn them into positive outcomes. According to the book entitled Donald Trump, Think Like a Champion, Trump describes how sometimes things that do not go as planned can turn out better in the end. Business owners who understand this and do not let negative experiences negatively impact their business, again, can learn from those mistakes and still end up with a successful business. So that's very important. So some possible solutions to improving negative personal characteristics include focusing on the positive. So a business's success depends on many factors, as I said earlier, right? So just look at some of the businesses you deal with on a daily basis. I mean, what keeps you going and frequenting those businesses? Probably, the positive experiences you have there, right? Because if you had a negative experience, would you want to go back there? Probably not, right? So combating negative personal characteristics by learning positive ones can help business owners learn ways to be more successful. So just another example here, according to the research study entitled Personality Correlates of Self-Employed Small Business Owners' Success by Gibson et al., there are some personality predictors that can impact business owners' success and include goal setting, social networking, emotional resilience, work drive, adaptability or learning to deal with change effectively, risk and financial insecurity tolerance, competitiveness, and dependability. So according to Donald Trump in his book entitled Think Like a Champion, successful business leaders need skills such as discipline and focus, to help them be more successful. So all those that I just listed are just some personality predictors or personal characteristics that could help someone, have a positive and productive business. So you can visualize the impact of the solution by understanding one's own personal characteristics. So business owners would benefit from learning about themselves and their personal characteristics to improve their chances of having a successful business. So other suggestions by Donald Trump in the book Think Like a Champion include, from his own experiences, improving personal characteristics such as common sense, determination, perseverance, tenacity, and positive thinking. In another book by Donald Trump entitled Trump, Think Like a Billionaire, he describes the importance of unrelenting focus and having persuasive and strong social skills. In the book by Bossie and Lewandowski entitled Let Trump Be Trump, the inside story of his rise to the presidency, Trump describes how running for presidency and being president is a business. And Trump did have businesses that had failed and were even in bankruptcy, but he learned from those mistakes and he did not let those discourage him from improving those businesses and becoming president of the United States. So in conclusion, business owners' personal characteristics can and often do impact their business in one way or another. They may not realize how much their personal characteristics affect their business, and again, this can be positively affecting it or negatively affecting it. So I highly recommend that business owners consider learning about how their personal characteristics can impact their businesses. They can try to use this information in many productive ways, such as understanding themselves and the impact this could have on their business and or their customers, learning from the negative experiences like Trump did, and then using their personal characteristics when they do marketing and other business activities. So lastly, whatever your views are about President Donald Trump, there is no doubt that he has been a successful business owner, including the business of the presidency, which is why I used him as my main example today. Do you all have any questions?
A question is how long I have to work on myself or change myself before I actually create a business and actually have successful business?
I think that is like an ongoing assessment that you would have to do. I mean, even if somebody possesses positive qualities at the beginning, they may develop some bad habits that affect their business as they go through there. So thank you very much for being so attentive.
But educational, thank you.